great. Making them moves becoming great ain't solid now, but when you eatin', everybody wanna plate, wanna see it at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every movement. I know that I'm the best.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of KB's Community. I am here today with Cartier Chris, the owner of Milwaukee Direct.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself? How you feeling today?
I can't complain.
That's what's up.
It's a good Sunday.
I'm glad to be out here, man. It's a new podcast. I'm excited to see what you got in store for me today.
So we're gonna start off. Can you explain what Milwaukee Direct is?
Okay, so Milwaukee Direct is MKE Direct Social. It's a community-based media company in a sense, where we do a lot more now than we started off with. So we kind of started off as media, but our main focus is pretty much connecting the community to everything, or connecting everything to the community in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we're more of like the advocate for, those who want to get into certain areas. We don't do gatekeeping. We kind of sponsor a lot of events. We host a lot of events. We also have like online, we have radio, we work with television, we do YouTube. We partner with a lot of people that certain people probably wouldn't be able to get in contact with. And we just utilize what we can, just being a good spirit for those, that want to get out there and get themselves known, whether that's a business or an artist or, just an influencer, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. So when did you start MKE Direct?
So MKE Direct started back in 2019. It started off as more of like a podcast in a sense, where like me and a couple guys will go out and kind of do like, questionnaires on people at the lake, ask them funny questions, stuff like that. And then it kind of got into us meeting certain people where they, you guys should sit down and do something, make a show, put something together. Did that, and then it became Milwaukee or MKE Direct after that. So
nice. So, what was really the inspiration behind that?
Well, I did music before.
Okay.
And like growing up, like I come from a different society. Like I was born in Haiti. So then I moved here and I was adopted. So I just see like a lot of privilege for people that don't have a lot of opportunities. Mm-hmm. And like what I mean by that is we live in America where there's a land of opportunities. But obviously, like it's privilege for those who can get it, but for those who are able to get it, minorities in a sense, they're not able to, obtain the same goals as other people. So, for example, we could just say like radio, for example. There'd be people that, they'll play other people's music, but then there'd be local people here and they won't play their music. It's more like, oh, well, this person is up and popping, so we'll play their music. But we don't have that. It's like if you want your music played, we'll allow you to play your music, send it in, put it on the playlist, we'll get you out there. Let everybody know who you are, because there's so much talent. There's so much stuff going on here and people need to know what's going on with the community.
Yeah.
And then it's Milwaukee. Like we got Giannis, we got Dame, like the spotlight right now is focused on Milwaukee. So that's why we're bringing the, direct attention, to Milwaukee. That's where MK Direct Social came from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope I didn't deflect from the question.
No, you didn't. And you know what? This is a podcast. We can go in whatever direction we want.
For sure.
We got time.
For sure.
So, what made you decide to like stop doing music and focus more on like the other side?
It's more of like the opportunity I get to work with others and networking. If it's easier for me to talk to people as opposed to going on stage and just doing music, you know what I'm saying? It's not that I have like a stage fright presence. I'm able to go in a room and talk to whoever, but I feel more comfortable in connecting people and giving them opportunities to, network the same way as I am able to, in a sense. And then like, when I looked at music, it was more of like a me thing, and I'm not more of a me person. I'm more of a, like, I like to help other people type of person. Mm-hmm. So when I got into that, I was just like, no, that's not it. So,
yeah. Do you think somebody can do both, where you can be in the music, but also be for the community at the same time?
There's quite a few people like that. There's Kendall Bill. I'm not going to say out. I know, but there's them. There's Von Mays. There's Ray Nitty. I used to do it. It's just, there's quite a few people that do it. So yeah, there's people that can, they can multitask in different areas.
Yeah.
Me, I chose to kind of focus on the media aspects. I still focus on the music aspect, but like I said, like we have offered, like, I don't say like that, but we have other services that we offer.
Yeah.
So like artist management, artist development, stuff like that. I have two artists. There's Wavy Ray. I don't know if you've heard of him before.
He's been here.
And then FA.
Yeah.
So FA is another one of the guys. I manage him, and it's just like I get them sponsorships through other companies where they can do like promotions and stuff like that. He has a contract with Unfinished Legacy. Now he's working with Afterglow. I don't know if you've heard of that new company. They do a lot of teeth. Gotta get you on them.
Okay.
Shout out Afterglow, man. Shout out Justin and Carrie for that, man. But they do a lot of good things in the community too as well. And I just like to partner with different people so that other people can get the same opportunities as well, and then know about other businesses that are growing and up and coming too as well.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Especially since I'm gonna be honest, there's definitely a lot of gatekeeping in this city.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's because people feel like it's not enough opportunity for everyone. I don't know if everybody feels like they got to be the top dog, but honestly, there's so much room with collaboration.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So I'm just trying to live this real quick. My bad.
No problem.
All right.
So, I'm sorry, I got distracted by the people waving at me from the other side.
We have spectators in the background, guys.
They
are
must
out
be
here
taking a tour.
It's pretty nice.
Don't be too many white people in here, so they get excited when they peek in here during their tours.
It's like we're in the zoo, like
for real. But anyway,
you want to take pictures?
For real.
It's crazy. It's a good show, y'all.
So, back to where we were going. We're talking about how there's a lot of gatekeeping.
Correct.
And I appreciate the outlets that aren't doing that and aren't taking, because the thing is, there's people who gatekeep, and then there's people who like act like they're for the community, but
not really
no.
But
really it goes back to them or what they can get out of stuff.
Right.
So we definitely need more people with pure motives out here who just want everybody to shine, and just want everybody to get their name out there, because that's really what we're doing it for. And the more of us from the city who can get our names out there, the better. It's not really it has to be one of us. Honestly, the whole city can pop because of where we are right now.
I feel like it's more of a community thing. Like if you look at how Atlanta is in a sense, and you see like how their demographics is, minus the other stuff they got going on with them, but with Milwaukee, Wisconsin as a whole, we could be the same way. Like they turned that into a hip hop thriving capital.
Yes.
And right now, like we have the Midwest on spotlight. Like it's 85% of the people that do music out here are from the Midwest, which are the top names, minus the Lil Waynes, the Drakes, and all that stuff. But even then, you can include him in the Midwest category because he's right there in Toronto. It's still in the same area. But my main thing with that is like, if we start now and we have people like, I don't know if you know who. Well, I'm just gonna name a couple of people that I work with that I feel are genuine. Like we have Our Money ENT. There is Silky, with Vision Minds. He works a lot with Your Move MKE. Milwaukee Turners. There's Restorative Justice Program. They do stuff with them. Then there's Von Mays. There's people like Frank Nitty. I work with him. There's like Mocha Harris. I don't know if you've heard of her before with MKX Expanded. Like people similar to that, like those are genuine people. Like they actually want to see people succeed. They don't want to, like necessarily put themselves up on the totem pole and say like, oh yeah, we're this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's the main focus of them is promoting others and getting them out there and making sure that, at the end of the day, like they're walking out of here with a smile on their face because, if that makes them happy, then it's going to make us 10 times happier to see somebody else out here, walking around with joy, as opposed to, I hate this place or I don't like that, They don't want to have a sour attitude towards things. So, you just want to have people engage, So that's the main focus,
For sure.
Good people.
Yeah. So You said that you do events as well. What
Yes,
type of
ma'am.
events do you host?
So we were partnered with the T4TC event. We did stuff with them. That was KB Playmaker, our money ENT again with that. There is the One World Festival that we had earlier back in April. There was Deer City, which was our event October 26th. Um, two Fire Fest events that we hosted. I'm trying to think of all the stuff that we did. So much stuff. Um, Yeah. If you guys want to know where to find all the stuff that we've done, make sure you check out our Instagram page at MKE Direct Social. Just scroll all the way to the bottom and start from there, and it'll have everything showcased from 2023 all the way up to 2024, 2020 all the way up to 2022. You'll see it all. I'll have it all labeled for you guys. You can find it there because I don't know all of them.
You know what? It's probably best for people to check it out themselves
Yeah.
anyway. So,
Right.
yeah. So on top of that, you said that you manage as well. How
Correct.
did you start managing, and when did you get into that? And what made you interested in management?
Okay, well, I saw that I had options to like certain people and certain things that other people couldn't necessarily get through. And then like when I used to call when I was an artist myself, they would always ask like, okay, well, I don't want to talk to you as an artist. Can I speak to your manager?
Mm-hmm.
And these would be like top people, like who do we have? It was Kodak Black was one of them I reached out to. I have some of the people's numbers in my phones. There's Ludacris at one time. I had reached out to him before he came here with Steve the Stunner, and then I actually shot the video for that.
Oh,
which
you
was
did?
awesome. Yeah, so
okay.
that used to. I ain't gonna lie. So huge thing. Ludacris is probably like one of my top favorite rappers of all time, next to Wiz Khalifa, and then there's Lil Wayne. So
Okay.
it's kind of a weird order, but those are my top three in that order.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 33.
Okay, that makes sense. I knew you were my era just by your top three.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 31.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah.
for sure. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, those are my top three. And like when I went down there and they had that thing for like Taco Tuesday or whatever, but they like the huge concert they had out there.
Mhm.
It was just nice to be out there to be able to shoot the footage for that, because it's like, man, like I never thought that I would be able to, in media, besides being an artist, to get out there and meet the people that I wanted to meet.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, okay, I'm an artist. I want to meet these people as an artist and get on stage with them. It's like the route I'm taking is not working. Like it's not going anywhere. So like, getting in media, getting in artist management, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can, get my artists to be on stage with these people, plug them in. So the easiest way to do that is to, get involved in media, be where these people are at, network to them, write to these people, talk to their managers as a manager. And then now you can get people to work with certain people. So like, for example, Wavy got on the T4TC event, huge crowd out there for that day. We had over like 4,000 people. We had another event the Big Boat was another one too at Turner Hall. We were there for that one too.
Yeah.
And then the one after that was not, it was part of KB's event. We weren't a part of that event, but they had a huge turnout at Midtown where, Wavy Ray performed out there, and, it was a lit crowd, My thing is to get people to work with bigger artists, we can network that platform. We work with, Big Mike. I don't know if you know who that is. He does all the stuff for like the Zeus network with Tracy Lynn, not Tracy Lynn, but Mariah Lynn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, no, we know her.
I was like, Tracy Lynn.
Shout out Tracy Lynn. She's awesome. I worked with her before a couple movies she was doing. And she also got some good. She's a good juicer. So if you guys want to, get some fruit juice, make sure you write Tracy Lynn. Tap into her platform and see what she got going on. She also got a party bus too. She's going crazy. So
wait, which Tracy Lynn is we talking about?
Talking to Tracy Lynn, the one that does the influencing. She's a singer too.
The one I know?
Tracy. Let me see.
That used to be my best friend, Tracy.
Wait, let me see.
Chocolate Tracy?
Yeah, dark skin Tracy Lynn.
When did she got a party bus?
She's been going crazy lately.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, she's like,
Let me not sit here and talk about her though. But no, because you can shout people out. I don't care. You don't got no issues. Well, I don't have any issues.
No worries.
But yeah, I didn't know that the party bus thing, movies either.
Yeah.
But in the past year.
So this was last year. We got tagged in this thing on Facebook. and I was wondering what it was about, and it was
Mhm.
for a couple movies that they had. I was working with Swift Sloan at the time.
Okay. That's
Um, let's see if I
the
can
dude
find
who
this.
does
Yeah, this.
he does the movies. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her.
Yep. So Swift Sloan does movies. He reached out to me about getting because I was running like a model agency thingy at the time frame.
Mm.
It wasn't really my thing because I'm not gonna lie, like I love females. You guys are awesome, but you guys are super emotional and super like just
Yes.
I need this, I need that, I need that.
No, yeah.
And for me to be a Capricorn,
Oh
it's just like
Lord,
I'm just
not a
like, oh
Capricorn.
no. I'm like, no, like I cannot, So my mind frame is like when I keep hearing it, just like I'm just like it just shut down. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all. I'm gonna do something totally different. So and
It
it's
just got
all
to be
love,
too much.
like
It was just too much drama for no
right. It was
reason.
just too much. So I was
feel
just like,
you.
I can't do this one. So I left that alone. Um, got into more of like, reaching out to, like doing movies and stuff. And then Swift Sloan actually reached out to me, and I still had a couple girls that wanted to still do the modeling stuff. And I was like, I got movie roles for you, like you guys want to do that? And they're like, yeah, of course, yeah. So I reached out to Swift, got them plugged in with that. They did, I believe it's All About a Check 2 was the movie that just released. Um, yeah, so it was a pretty good movie. So shout out to Swift for that, man. Shout out to them. There's another movie that he was shooting too. I had two other models that were involved in that as well. But yeah, MKE Direct
I
Social
want to be in a movie.
doesn't do the
Shoot.
modeling, but we can still connect you
No
to the
to the
movies though.
modeling.
And then with me and Tracy Lynn, we were doing this movie with this lady on Facebook. I can't remember her name, but shout out to Nikita Mitchell if you know who that is. She's one of the executive producers, but she's from Detroit, like in the Detroit area.
Okay.
So all the Tubi movies come from Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
And they reached out to us and they're like, we need to start shooting some scenes in different cities, and Milwaukee seemed to be a nice spot because I guess at the time like Chicken and then we're meeting with the Detroit rappers, and so they told them about Milwaukee, especially with Big Frank, and then shout out
Certified Trapper.
yeah, Certified Trapper,
Yeah.
and then RP Bankhead. But when he was down there with Rio and them, and he did that with Crispy Life and them, that's how they got tapped into the Milwaukee platform to see what we had here. And they were already like them guys, Rio and them were already doing like Tubi movies,
Mhm.
So they ended up tapping us in on it, which is why Bankhead ended up getting his first Tubi movie, and then going from there. And now everybody's tapped into the industry and trying to do movies, and it's good because now you get people that can really act, and then you can see people that really can't act, but then it's more comedians out there than and it's interesting to just see like the different types of people and how they work, and anybody can act if they put their self to it, or get behind screen. So
You've seen the post going around about the actress who's starting like a film studio here.
Yes. So
how do you feel about that?
I feel like that's awesome. I feel like she should tap in with more like Swift Sloan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she should tap in with, like the videographers, like the top people here in the city that are into cinematic filmmaking. And she'll make a huge come up. Like they could probably do a huge budget where this might end up being something like, Tyler Perry Studios or something. It can start small.
Yeah.
And before you know it, they got all of what Northridge used to be or something, So I mean, I applaud her for what she has going on, man. I feel like any opportunity that you're bringing to the city is a great thing. Sorry about that. Is a great thing. I feel like, you bring in more like skills people could work on, because they're going to need training for that too as well, is bringing more opportunities to the community. Yeah. And I feel like they should probably partner with Sherman Phoenix on that, because it's a lot of things that they engage in here as well.
Yeah.
And that would be huge for her, So
I think she needs somebody to help her network, in my opinion, because I don't think she's even from here. From what crazy. I've gathered, I guess she married a farmer in Madison.
Okay. I mean, laughing. I'm just thinking cows and like, hey, like
how
did
that happen?
Right?
She married a farmer in Madison, I guess.
Okay.
And I don't know how she ended up here, but yeah, she's not even from here. So I really hope Milwaukee makes a good impression on her when it comes to that, because we need people like that who are like willing and able to help us build our creative community And so I just hope we don't, scare away the people who are doing that.
Trying to get us where we need to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
But yeah, I would help her tap in if she would reach out.
Yeah, we could probably send her a note.
A bunch of people could.
Yeah, I think she needs more of like the actors that are from here, like like the B. Jones, the I'll shout out the Jaqueens, I need some people like that, like just to bring awareness to what you have going on. Yeah, I mean, if not, then like you said, if nobody really knows what's going on, then it's a dead issue.
Yeah,
like we're gonna be sitting here like, oh, Milwaukee had it. How long is 4 years for real? Like really? I never knew they had that there. And then now all of a sudden 5 years later, it's up and coming, but nobody knew about it 4 years later. So
exactly.
But
yeah. I'm just hoping. I like the fact that people are seeing the potential who aren't even from here.
Right.
So even that in itself is a good thing.
Right.
Because that means if she's not from here and other people who aren't from here start to invest in the community, that brings a lot more people from the industry here and brings their attention here. Like
a chain ripple effect.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, she followed me.
So where is she from?
I don't know. It's giving California.
It's giving California.
She was in.
Vibes.
Do you remember that movie Hustlers with J-Lo and Cartier? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's insane.
I did a little deep dive because I was trying to figure out who she was.
So you're gonna join in the movie
with Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I mean, it's a lot of farmland here that people are buying because Bill Gates bought all that stuff down there in Utah. And I know here, like the housing is becoming more expensive because a lot of people are wanting to capitalize on Wisconsin for some reason.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but it's cold here. To me, I like it, but I don't want to be here for the rest of my life. I want to go, if I could go to Florida, cool, but too many hurricanes. I need to go to a spot where I'm chill. There's no volcanoes. There's no hurricanes. I'm good to go. But in the cold, I'm definitely not moving anywhere where it's cold at. I do not like the cold.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
But I think it's the cost of living here is a lot lower than a lot of places.
I would agree. Even though I take that back because Wisconsin does have one of the top highest property taxes and one of the highest income taxes here besides New York, California, and I think it's Texas and Louisiana. And then Wisconsin's like 5th or 6th on that list.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, they're high. They're super high. Like we get taxed for a lot of stuff that other people don't get taxed for. So Illinois is on that list too as well because they're all around here. But Wisconsin is one of the highest for taxes.
That's unfortunate for us.
Yeah, it's because we got. So I'll tell you why. So they just went up on another tax, right? And now there's a wheel tax because they got to pay for the stadium. So the Pfizer got built, right? Then there's another stadium that they're building, which is supposed to be the soccer stadium, right? So they're doing that. Then they have that trolley system that they want to run from here all the way to Chicago and up to, what is that, like lacrosse or something like that?
They're trying to expand that.
Yeah. So they're going to start charging for that. So that's 3 things right there, right? Then all these like construction zones where they're putting these like blockades and stuff in the city. So, you can't even park your car. You got to go around a little speed bump to make a turn, or you got to be behind this car to make a turn and you way over here. Yeah, and speed bumps. They're charging us for that too. So all that stuff is going on our taxes and it's getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And then now you got Donald Trump as your president.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that ain't going to help us too much.
So yeah, I can just imagine. I could just imagine. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, because niggas want to vote outside their tax bracket.
Yeah. I mean, I see why they voted for him because, I guess they feel like, the Democrats really haven't been doing a lot of stuff, not to be on a political topic. So that's probably why they just switched over. Bro, about money. He be talking about money, so he going to put us on our, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's cool and all. He say that, but at the end of the day, we just got to watch and see what happens. I feel like they all work for themselves. I'm not political. I don't care, Democrat, Republican. Me personally, I never understood the reason why I can only vote for 2 people, Democrat or Republican.
Yeah.
Why do I have to choose to be this one or that one? Like, you're giving me the choice to choose between 2 options. It's not what I asked for.
There's like alternative parties, but to be honest, it's so
they don't
small
show that.
that
that it
they don't show that. Yeah.
And even if they did have them people there, the Republican and Democratic Party from those two nominations, because they work for the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
they would make sure that nobody hears anything about what's going on with these other part, like the Green Party, the Libertarian Party, whatever else they want to call themselves,
Yeah.
party. They would make sure that those people never get on that ballot so that you would never hear it. They still be on the ballot when you go there, like, oh, who is this person? Who is Jill Stein? Who's Mark Rubio? Like, who's these people? But you would never know. You know what I'm saying? And all you see is, oh, it's Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, or it's, the next president of the United States, Mr. Dingwinky and Susie Carmichael. Like, we don't know, like, it is what it is. But to me, it's crazy, though. It's just crazy.
The thing is, it's all the same system. That's what people don't realize.
It's programmed.
It's all the same system. And y'all fighting each other over what? Yeah.
So the thing with us is this is deep, though, but I'm going to go into the topic. So the thing, like, with the United States is we're a corporation. We're not a country or a citizenship by any sort. And when I say that is, like, even the people here, they don't consider us to be citizens of the United States. You get a social security number and you go into the trust fund where they put gold and silver at. And then that's where your certificate goes. So if you have any value to you, at the end of the day, if you pass away, the government's going to get paid for that through insurance. You're not going to know nothing about it because they're going to tax you on top of them getting their money already. And it's already set up that way because when you get your check, you're getting taxed. Then you got to go buy goods and you're getting taxed. And only people that get taxed is the middle class. Nobody else gets taxed. The rich people, they make their money and they never get taxed on it. They get the lowest taxes. I think their stuff is like at 2%, and we have a 7.5% tax with us. So we make them rich by being consumers because they don't even have to produce anything. They could just say they have this, and like Elon Musk right now, he's like, dude, let's just do away with paper money, bro. We have digital currency. Like, I'm going to get in tech. I'm just going to start making robots and stuff. And we could just say people can have whatever they want. Let's just give them $1 million, all of them, and raise the cost of living and then go from there. And that's what they're proposing on doing. But that's the reason why the United States is failing, despite having, like, with dude with that healthcare thing, right? He just killed the CEO because he's tired of people, like, not paying for the insurance. Like, why are we paying you all this money for you guys to just take our money and not do nothing with it?
Yeah.
And then even going through healthcare, we have the best healthcare system, but the worst turnout for people. More people die here than any other countries.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. The lowest life expectancy here in any other country. Like, you would think Africa or, some country like where them people on the Seminole Islands be eating people that would be the people that would be dying faster.
Yeah.
But they don't. They live in like 80, 90, 100 plus years.
Yeah.
And we're dying at 55 and 40 and even younger kids getting, because of the stuff that they're feeding
system.
us. And,
it's the food. It's the
it's crazy.
The fact that the system was created to stress you.
Yeah.
And make you have no energy for anything except to earn money. Yes, it's the food, it's the stress, it's the medications that they keep us on in order to keep us paying into that system.
Right.
And honestly, they don't need us around that long.
We don't even need medications. That's the thing. We don't even need. I read today, and I already was doing this. Like, I work, from radio station out in Racine before I go to River West.
I didn't know that.
And so that's where I get all my politics stuff from. Because it's civic media, so we work for them as well. Shout out Maggie Dawn, shout out Earl Ingram, my boy from their shows and what they got going on, man. All love to you guys. But so my thing in this is when it comes down to like politics and it comes to like people in general, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, lost my train of thought. Just like
politics.
No,
people
before
in
that.
General.
I was like, dang.
Dang.
Okay, hold on.
It's about the system.
I'm gonna relapse. Yeah, so
how we
system,
don't need medication.
Yeah, okay, that's where we was at.
Okay.
Yeah, so the system. So, okay, the politics was just off to the left with it. Okay, but anywho, so the system, right? So the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So I read today that you don't even need to like take the medicines that they give you. So they give you these pills and all this stuff, and they give you these immunizations and all that stuff for you to get for you to feel us, I guess, a certain type of way. But all it's doing is for you to become sicker. They're
Yeah.
giving you a dose of this virus so that you can become sick. If you cleanse your body, that's why you know how they say fast and diet and routine and stuff like that. You can eat healthy. You don't have to be freaking skinny. You know what I'm saying? You can eat healthy, but not eat for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you eat, just eat a small meal because you're not gonna want to you're not gonna want to eat something that's like, you know, wholesome, because your body at the end of the day, it cleanses itself. So regardless if, like, say you go to the bathroom, that's obviously you're cleansing yourself of the liquids when you know, go number one, use kindergarten terms. When you go number two, you're cleansing yourself of the excrements in your body. Okay, cool. But then your body has this thing where, like, your metabolism, it works for you. You know what I'm saying? And then your body starts to eat itself, but it's not eating itself. It's eating the dead cells. It's eating like the cells that are like kind of like It's eating those cells, and you know, like, and it's making you healthy. So when you go through a day and you just rest and you like, I can't eat nothing, bro. Like, I'm just laying in bed. I haven't been able to eat nothing. And after that, like, you feel rejuvenated. Like, yeah, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? It's because that's what you need to go through. At the time, you like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But you know, if you keep eating and keep eating and keep eating, or putting stuff into your body or doing this, then you're gonna get sicker and sicker.
Yeah.
Those are the people that just don't care. They just, you know, because they know what it is. But if you just let your body do its natural thing, you'll be fine. You know?
Yeah, I definitely believe in intermittent fasting. I probably eat like once a day, sometimes twice.
That's how I be too.
Yeah.
That
my
too,
body feels better.
Yeah,
like,
and then eating herbal stuff, like what you eat, like good foods and stuff like that. That'll help you out too at the same time. And then, like, even if you do have like so there's a book that my guy Josh Murphy, shout out to Josh Murphy. He has a podcast called Real Talk Podcast 414.
Okay.
And I was on his podcast and he brought me this book with holistics, right? And the book with holistics was basically breaking down like all the herbals, like, you know, ginseng and all that stuff that you could take to cure certain diseases and stuff like that. I found that to be useful because, like, my son had a virus infection, right? And instead of me taking him to the doctor, like, I went there. I remember taking him before, and I remember the bill being like $3,000, even with insurance.
Sheesh.
And I think I had antenna or something at the time. I got Humana now, but like, it wasn't a difference, you know, within the pricing. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. So he gave me this book, like I said, and I kind of read it. It said put turmeric in something, put, you know, the ginseng, blah blah blah, mix it, take the, you know, the what is that, the potatoes or whatever it is, and put it under his feet, and then cover his feet, and then make sure you just rub it on his chest, and then have him drink the other stuff. By the next morning, probably not even the next morning, he was up moving around, jumping, hyper. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this? And the day before that, he was just like, he wasn't moving. Like, I was like, is he gonna make it? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, to see that, and to, you know, I'm not big on herbals, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna go to the doctor and, you know, grab a couple aspirin or something if I got a headache or something. But to know that that's a route that you could take, and you don't have to take this route, because this is the stuff that's, you know, it's coated, you know, it has like this plastic coating on it, and we're popping this in our mouth, and our body is, you know, and it's like, dude, why are we putting this in our body? But, you know, people were brainwashed to do it because this is what we see every day, and we don't know nothing else because we haven't been anywhere else to know anything else. So it's like, this is all you know. If you see it, you're gonna do it, you know. So I don't know. It's just crazy, but I feel like eventually when I get older in life, I'm gonna start focusing on more of the holistics and more of the herbal life, as opposed to, you know, putting all this garbage into your body, because like, it doesn't make sense, you know.
No, it doesn't.
We could live a long, lengthy life, you know, and be connected to the community, and actually be out here to, you know, voice our concerns and do things that we need to do, and still, you know, live our lives. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't want to be 50 and your back broken, just like
exactly.
Yeah,
can't get out of bed.
Up. And you got an 80-year-old Chinese dude or over there, and he just in the yard, you know, raking his, and you just sitting there slumped over, like, I wish I could be like him. He like, come on now.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Our bodies were definitely meant to heal themselves with the tools that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, put here for us. You know, like that man-made factory process stuff and factory created, lab created, like that really is a huge reason why we're dying. It's the food. It's like the food starts killing you, then you go to the doctors, and then they give you more stuff that kills you.
Facts.
And then you need something for the side effects of something you're on.
Yeah.
So they just pile it up.
Yeah.
And then eventually the pills kill you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they still keep you coming back for more and more and more until you die. That really is just the whole
dose
plan.
Your body up. Keep filling them up until it is what it is for them. That's crazy.
The environment too, not just the food we take in. It's the air around us. It's everything.
So let me ask you a question. You said the air around us.
Yeah.
Pollution the environment. So what do you feel about reincarnation? What do you feel
That's
about that?
That's a good question. Mm-hmm. So I grew up not believing in it at all because I grew up very religious. I'm going to just say I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
So our belief was that when you die, that's it. Like, there's no part of you that lives on. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. And after, like, Armageddon, you'll get resurrected if you did what was right, and you will live forever on the earth, basically. That belief, to be honest, my belief system has gotten so shaken up over, like, the past 7 years-ish, I would say, to the point where I don't quite believe in that. I know I don't just believe I have a soul. I know I have a soul. Because even when I try to convince myself this wasn't real, like, I know what I felt inside of me. Mm-hmm. And I know what I felt trying to tell me something and trying to come out. So I do believe that we live multiple lives. And I do believe that you come back. I think you come back to learn the lessons that you didn't learn in your past life. And I think there is eventually a last life on Earth. And then you just get to be in whatever state, your natural state, if that's what you want, and if you finish learning your soul lessons.
I feel like that is a good way of putting it in all retrospect. There's a movie that kind of sheds light to it in a sense. Mm-hmm. It's a Chinese movie where they got like the 7 depths of hell, like the 7 sins, like, gluttony, murder and all that, slander. Yeah. And you got to go through those 7 kings. And if you look at it like in the spiritual realm, I grew up, Christianity or whatever. I'm not going to say I believe in that whole aspect of, one God creating us all, because we have a mom and a dad. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at the universe, and even in the Bible, they teach you like that God said, let us make man in our image.
Yeah.
So if he's speaking in a let us, if I'm in this room right now and I'm by myself and I say, let us, and somebody walks in here, he's like, bro, who are you talking to? But if we in this room and I say, let us start this podcast right now, they know that we're talking about me and you in here. You know what I'm saying? So in all general aspect, when I look at the stuff, I'm just like, it's telling you what they're telling you. Like, he didn't create this by himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was people that was helping them.
I'm going to tell you what I learned.
Yeah.
I learned that, so basically, you know how you have somebody delegate tasks sometimes when you're in charge of a project. So what I learned is that what God did, so he first created Christ, but Christ wasn't Christ yet. Christ was the Spirit, the first, basically God's first creation. And then all other things he used Christ and angels for. Does that make sense? I'm not saying it has to make sense to you, but I'm saying, like, that's what I was taught.
That's what they basically in Christianity, because I know Jehovah's Witness and they look at the First Testament.
Yeah. No, they look at all of it.
The whole first and
yeah.
Okay. See, me, I don't. The Bible is it's contradicting because it has so many different accuracies to it. And then if you put Shakespeare next to it, it's the same literature, same text, same everything. Like exactly the same way, because it's written in the same thing by the same person that started it. And then the King James Version was written in another text, but he was a Satanist. So how are we going to listen to a person named King James and his version when he was that?
That's interesting because I always say Catholicism is the most demonic religion. It's satanic.
Why they have all those exorcisms and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And we never had that when we were like, so our religion isn't based on their religion. You know, this ancient Judaic religion. You know what I'm saying, is where we get our stuff from. They
It's
have
like the
Abrahamic
religions, yeah.
And even before that, there's a thing called Zan Taoism or something like that, which is before any of that stuff happened. Because you know, there's the Africas, and then there's like Indian religion.
Yeah.
And their religion has a play on what happened with, you know, Judea and Bethlehem and all that stuff that they claim was out there at that time frame. And their testaments pretty much overlap kind of the same thing. So basically you could tell like, okay, the Bible took parts of what they liked out of it and was like, let's put this together. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole book is the Apocrypha though, right? So all that stuff is supposed to be linked together. Why would you take books out of it if this is the total of everything that happened? Like these are all the accounts. Like they're putting this together and telling you this is what happened. And then for Russia to sit back and say like, oh, like this is what they're hiding from you guys here, you know, and then for people here to just keep believing the same stuff that they tell you, like it doesn't make sense. Like
no, because humans definitely picked and chose what they wanted to go into the Bible. Because the fact that there were so many other books that were just discredited for some reason or another, it just doesn't quite make sense.
I agree. And it's weird for the simple fact that one, you got all these people in the New Testament named Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Who in Africa is named Matthew, Mark, Luke, John in those times? Back in Bethlehem, Judea. I don't know.
That's another thing that I don't understand why they translate names.
That's crazy.
Because I feel like their names were originally written in like Hebrew. But they translated it, just like with the name Jehovah, which is why I don't even trust that name anymore, because it was translated from the original, which should have been Yahweh. So the thing is, if the English translation is Yahweh, then why did you change it completely and go with Jehovah? That's what don't make sense to me either.
I agree.
Like, make it make sense.
I agree.
Why do we not call him Yahweh? Are you trying to trick us to call on a different God or something?
See,
that's what just don't be
that's
adding
another
up to
thing.
me.
And then why would we say that there's one like God? Like, where did the term God come from? Like, because before then they called them righteous one or ruler, or they called them Elohim, if that's what you want to say. There wasn't a term like God. Like, where did that derive from? And if you look at it like backwards, it's a play on words, but just remember it. Dog. You know, if you look at Buddhism, you look at there's Buddhism, there's what's that Indian religion with the lady?
Hinduism.
Yeah, Hinduism. There's Scientology. You know, all these people have this. Oh, there's this one ruler. But then you look at Greek mythology and you look at, you know, the Mayan religion, and they had all in ancient Egyptian religion, and it tells you what was going on, man. They worshiped the stars, the moons, and stuff like that. But they had multiple people that ran different functions.
Yeah,
there was a Zeus, there was Athena, there was Poseidon. They were all, you know, rulers of this world. And now we're starting to see like, dang, there's more stuff under the sea that we noticed. There's more land behind these ice walls that we didn't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even tell us that we could fly over here. This is the only thing that we've seen on the map. Y'all maps was made in 1800s, 1600s. I could have updated the map, but because, you know, BlackRock and Rockwell and, you know, like the huge companies that control, you know, the big banks and stuff, which is Britain, you know, and basically Europe in a sense, to control the United States.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know what's going on outside of here.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the reason why they keep us brainwashed.
It's like we live in a dome.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. I kind of believe it in a sense, but I feel like I ain't gonna put my theory on that. But I just feel like it's just crazy that like all the stuff that they try to hide from people, and people are able to get out there, and then the people that actually get out there and see it, they end up disappearing.
Yeah.
Or they kill them, or the plane end up crashing or something, or like, bro, how did this happen, bro? Like, or they're missing in the Bermuda Triangle. Like, it's so weird.
Because they was never supposed to know. Yeah. And they can't bring that information back to the public. So they just got to go.
No, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. There's
He's my favorite type of conversation.
Yeah,
yeah.
For real? That's crazy.
I don't like small talk. I love talking about this type of stuff.
Yeah,
that's the stuff that's gonna make you think I'm weird. Like
Nah, for sure. There's a dude that was in Africa that created a bionic arm. Did you see that? Like, so
Recently?
yeah, so he has
No.
these little pulsers. I don't know how he did it, but he had these little pulsers and stuff on his head, and his arm was amputated. Like it was just the nub,
Mhm.
and he had this brack that was on there, and it wasn't strong enough because I guess the hands that he made on there were made out of like plastic, real cheap plastic. But he was able to put the brain sensors on his hand, and it was connected to his nub, and whatever pulses was coming from his head, he was able to move that hand up. And it's like, bro, if you had more technology, like the right stuff to do that, bro, you'd be pretty awesome right now.
It all exists.
Yeah.
They just don't want us to have it.
And water powered cars, they have that going on. Water powered electricity, like you don't even it's water. You could do a lot with water. You could cut things with water.
Yep.
Like that's crazy. I never knew that. Like
with the right
insane.
pressure.
Yeah, I was like, this is insane. But yeah, man, they got so much stuff going on. It's just fascinating. You ever tapped into like the seven wonders of the world? You saw that before? Like looked it up on Google?
Yes, but like what about them?
So my thing is, why would that be the seven wonders of the world when there are other things that we can look at? Like I don't know if you've been through like TikTok or if you've been on like Instagram and you scroll through and you see like these gardens of just like all like pink flowers or stuff like that, or you see like in Quebec there's this salt river where you could just it looks like glass, you know, or in I think it's in Bali or Mali, whenever one of the two. There's these cloud mountains and stuff, but it's really it's not it's they're walking on a lake, but the water's probably about this deep, and because of the salt content, it makes it look like there's clouds, so it looks like there's nothing out there but them walking on clouds.
That's
and
really
it's
cool.
super dope. Yeah, like it's super dope. And I was like, we have the Grand Canyon. Like it's not interesting. Like you know, there's other things that we could start naming. You know, as like the seven wonders of the world, like the Great Wall of China. Okay, yeah, that's pretty fascinating because who built that? Like,
right.
You know, that's super long. Like if you took that and put it in the United States, it would lap 3 times around the United States, and that's crazy. And then I found another thing, which is totally unrelated off subject, which has nothing to do with like this at all. But did you know like Australia is bigger than the moon?
No, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
for real. That's crazy. Cool. So how could the moon be up there, but Australia is bigger than it? That's crazy, you know?
That is.
That's crazy. I want to show you this so you can see. That is insane. I was sitting there doing research. I'm like, bro, this is insane.
I feel like the seven wonders are the seven wonders because they're man-made.
You think?
I think so. Because like what you were saying, it makes sense because there are things that naturally occur in nature that are like that are more fascinating and beautiful. But I feel like because of the fact that they were made before they knew how they had the technology and all that, but that's another thing we can get into because
we could talk robots.
I definitely believe they had.
That's how you know it's man-made then, because how could a planet? I mean, not a planet, but what would you call the moon?
It's
supposed to circulate
it's just
around
a big
the
ass
Earth,
rock,
right? So how could this be smaller than a country? That's crazy. Especially
maybe
if it's
Australia's
up there.
just big.
Man, that's crazy.
But she keep throwing me off of her tours. But anyway, I don't even know who that lady is.
We got the tour lady here doing her thing, girl. She going crazy.
But anyway, what was I saying? Seven wonders. I think it's because they were made in a time before they knew how they had that technology. But to be honest, I think they had better technology before our modern times, and it's just lost on us.
I feel like they're not like super interesting though. Like, say, look, so here you have the Colosseum.
The pyramids are cool though.
Yeah, the pyramids, I give you that. But we have also here, because we have pyramids here.
Where?
In the Grand Canyon. There's pyramids here.
There ain't no pyramids in the Grand Canyon.
So yeah, they do. So look, check me out. So you know where they said that there was the Garden of Eden, right? All right, this is assuming because it's here. So all right, let me just show you bring it up real quick. Garden of Eden. So they said they had a Garden of Eden, and it was supposed to be in Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the United States, and you look at it, said it had 4 rivers that went out, like north, east, south, and west, right? And it went into a long pool. That's kind of like the Mississippi River and the rivers that come out from that area by where the Grand Canyon is. Garden of Eden. And if you go look at like the architecture and you look at like how it was made, sure you'll see pyramids in Africa, but then they had a Pangea theory.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pangea theory said that the countries were together at one time.
Yep.
So if you look at how rugged Colorado is in a sense, and then you go look at like the terrain from where they were at, it kind of fits that texture. So it seems like, let me just bring it up. All right, so here. So it says the Garden of Eden is located near the Jackson County, Missouri River, right? But here's more theory to this.
Nah, I refuse to believe the Garden.
You don't believe it? I'm trying to tell you.
I refuse. And I 100% believe in Pangea, which is how I believe we're all from Africa, because it was literally all together at one point. But
okay, so here's
I don't know about Garden of Eden being here. This place don't seem.
All right, so here's the map right here, right? Mm-hmm. You see the map. This would be the Ohio River. Yep. So that's Lake Michigan. This would be Ohio, and you see the 4 rivers. One that would be the Tigris River right here. Mm-hmm. This would be the Fishon River. You have the Euphrates River here, and then you have the I forgot what is this? The Gohan, River, right? Mm-hmm. And that would be all the rivers that flow out. And this would be the vast land, and those would be the corners.
I don't know. Africa. Part of me is thinking it's just because America is a very self-centered place that they want to believe that the Garden of Eden was here.
All right, so look, let me bring this up.
Because y'all can't let.
I ain't gonna Africa lie, America can't get facts. I give you that. They don't want no country to have nothing.
Exactly.
They say America was first to do it all. With a blowing flag in the wind on the moon. I was like, y'all cold.
That ain't happen either.
With astronauts drowning in water in space. So it's like, y'all doing y'all thing out there. Like, make it make sense, y'all.
How do you feel about hearing that aliens are in the ocean?
I think everything that we don't know to our eyes is going to be an alien. Like, that's just... Like, they call refugees aliens. At one time, the little boy from Cuba was Alien Gonzalez. Like that's what they called him. His name was Romilio Alien. Yeah, he was Alien Romilio Gonzalez. Is what they called him.
And so anything unfamiliar is alien.
Yeah, to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like more the alien people, in my opinion, like the ones that like the Nephilim. I feel like they still exist, but they're not known in a sense.
They're hiding in a mountain somewhere.
Because you gotta think about it, like, okay, humans only get so tall. All right, you got people that's like 8 feet, 9 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to get kids now that are starting to get a lot more taller than what they used to be in life, and it's not the foods that they eat, because the average human is about like 6'1" for a guy, and then the average female height is about like 5'6" or 5'7". So, like when you look at certain people, you're like, okay, cool. But now you're starting to get a group of people that are like 7 feet tall in a row. Like, something ain't right going on here. Like, I understand genetics and, having a basketball dad or mom or something, but like, it's a lot of like,
You don't think humanity is just mutating?
I think they're mutating by the viruses and the not the viruses. I'll take that back. Sorry about that. The vaccines that they're putting in our bodies.
I agree with that.
That's what I think.
They're giving us updates.
I think that's what they're doing, because the only way you could program a human is to give them TV to brainwash them. Dope them up with the stuff so that they can become immune to it. And now their brain is only focusing on what they have to focus on.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes to what is that guy's name? Joe Rogan, with that Neurogum. You ever heard of that before?
Neuro what?
Neurogum. You never heard of it?
It's
All right,
gum
so
you chew and it makes you use not like the limitless pill.
no, it's similar to that, but the gum actually has So your brain, when you drink coffee, they give you caffeine, right? You get caffeine, you get that high rush feeling. You know what I'm saying? You're jittery, whatever. You might have to use the bathroom, or some people might just they just can't stop moving or whatever because they're jittery. Okay, the thilamine balances that out. The caffeine in your body gives you a headache after because you're still gonna crave that, but you're like, man, now you're at your dime. You're just like, man, I don't feel like shit. I'm fucking go home and just chilling, blah blah blah. Okay, the it's called L-theanine, which is it's a balancing agent. They give you caffeine, it balances you out, and it has you tapping into like your whole part of your brain, as opposed to just having the caffeine part. You're only focusing on that left or that right part of your brain, or that part that you need to focus on, and that it's like the limitless pill. Like it taps into other senses, and it's allowing you to actually focus on the stuff that you want to focus on, and to think outside the box, as opposed to just thinking so in a one-dimensional mind frame. And it's like, I've tried it. Ain't gonna lie, it works.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works because it has you, coming up with stuff and thinking and just, going based off that. It has you like focused on the stuff that you need to be focused on. Especially in the mornings, like with me, because I'm a morning person. Don't get me wrong, but when I got a lot of information being thrown to me, I'm doing clips, I'm going through articles and stuff like that. I'm like, man, this is so like, I'm gonna go to sleep on this. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, I could either, pop a Red Bull in the morning and be good, but then I'm in the bathroom 2 or 3 times because now, I have to get the liquid out of my system.
Yeah.
Or I could just chew some gum and I'm sitting here, and next thing I know, within 5 minutes, I done typed the whole, 6 paragraphs and stuff already. I'm going on to my next thing. I'm already loading the clips up in here. I'm going to my next thing over here. And within 2 hours, I done finished about 5 hours worth of work. And now I'm just sitting there chilling. I still got energy to do stuff,
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd rather be that way as opposed to, drinking a Red Bull or a Monster Energy drink or drinking coffee, staining my teeth.
Yeah.
And then going from there, or feeling jittery all day and then having to go back and forth to the bathroom because I'm just, like this, not the way I want to be, So yeah.
What's it called? You said
Neurogum.
Neurogum.
Yep.
How much is it? Is it expensive?
Yeah, it's up there. I'll show you real quick. I know for a 4-pack is like $10.
For 4 pieces of gum?
Yes, ma'am.
Tripping.
Yes, ma'am.
Tripping.
Just came up and then it went back. Here we go.
I'm gonna try it though. But
It definitely is the stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
It can't be an everyday thing.
So you got to get the minty ones, which will be this one here. You could
$25.
Yeah, but you
for 9 pieces.
It works though. I'm not gonna lie, it works.
Oh my goodness.
It works. It's a huge improvement.
This one is $33 for 90 pieces. That's probably the best bet.
I think these might be the mints. Oh, it is the gum.
The fake version.
Yeah, those are these are good. These are the ones too. Yep, it's the gum. Focus gum. 90 pieces. That's the one, $33. So bad. It might be because
I might try that.
Holidays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna order some tonight.
I might do that for sure.
You ever did like the it's off subject because we're talking about ordering stuff, but that one chip challenge?
That spicy chip?
Yes.
No, did you do it?
No, never. Never. I wouldn't be a fool to do it. I've seen the videos from them though, and it's just crazy just to watch people like
sweating, crying, red.
Or they had the cinnamon challenge.
That was dumb as hell. No, I'm not doing that. There ain't no way I'm gonna sit there and choke on a spoonful of cinnamon just because the internet told me to.
Hey, facts. Or the what was it, the crate challenge that they had back in the day? That was
dumb too, but that was fun to watch. That was some COVID boredom is what that was.
Yeah, a lot of people
was doing some dumb shit.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
People was getting hurt.
Especially the bigger people. Or the older people that couldn't, they ain't had no balance. Like, bro, come on, you on the top crate, bro. You weigh 400 pounds, bro. This is going down bad.
I know you know better.
I should have did the physics on that. What was I finna say? Dang. Okay, what do you think the next challenge is gonna be here in the city of Milwaukee that someone's gonna do?
Some dance. It's always gonna be a dance.
Well, no. I'm saying like not
Not a
because
dance.
Steve and Stoner, they're already doing that because
Yeah.
TikTok has everybody on dances left and right.
Exactly.
So, like, say for example, what do you think? Because they have that Ninja Turtle thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think the next thing is going to be?
That's a good question.
Because every year they do something crazy.
Like what was before the Ninja Turtle? So
before the Ninja Turtle thing, they had the Big Frank. I mean, not Big Frank, but Little Frank doing those videos where he's acting out stuff.
I don't think I ever saw those videos. Dang, Little Frank.
Yeah, man. He
just wasted his whole life.
Next time, kids, when you get in a crash, before you even get in a crash, just don't do the dash.
Exactly.
Okay? Don't run because it's gonna make it worse. If you would have stayed to see what was going on, they probably would have lessened the time.
Mm-hmm.
You probably wouldn't have got that much time, bro. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, you probably would have got your lawyer would have looked out for you. Like, well, he tried to. You could have. We can get into that later, but yeah, man, it is what it is.
But you can't kill somebody, run and kill somebody and their unborn baby.
Yes.
Run and think that things is going to turn out sweet for you because it's really not.
That was crazy.
You got to be accountable. Accountability is going to get you a lot farther in life.
So it was these. Where is it at?
Lil Frank was doing videos doing what?
Oh, I gotta go open TikTok.
It might be something. Nah, that's already a thing. I was gonna say doing something dumb like jumping in the lake or something, but that's already a thing.
So this is what got people doing those mics, those golden mics.
That was him?
Yeah, because he started doing these little dances and stuff popping out of his car, and then he was the first one to do the golden mic.
I didn't know that.
Everybody else started doing that, and then Steve started doing the dancing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That went into that, and then it kind of trickled into the Ninja Turtles coming out this year too as well.
Yeah.
But Milwaukee's been having a lot of crazy stuff going on, man. They do. I think their trends are not always positive trends, but I think some of the trends that they do, like, I don't know, remember the devious challenge?
Mm-mm.
The devious lick challenge?
No.
So they had this thing on TikTok where kids were stealing stuff from schools, doing devious licks. They had one kid steal a school bus. One kid stole the sink. Like, how do you steal a sink?
How do you steal a sink?
That.
How did nobody see you? Do you know how heavy that sink had to be?
One kid took the teacher's desk. I was like, this is crazy. Like, and they were just going around doing that. And then, the news people caught on to it and told them, anybody's getting caught doing this, we're going to have severe punishments and all this, blah, blah, blah. But that was that. And then the kid boys were like, yeah, okay, yeah, good. For sure, we're going to start this kid boy trend.
Yeah, exactly.
And now I got something.
That's what the trend is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Stealing cars. Yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
almost stole a car at my parents' anniversary party.
Ooh,
like, this girl, the driver got out her car, and a kid boy deadass tried to hop in it. And my dad yelled and scared him away. But dude stopped and had his hand in his waist and looked back like he wanted to do something. But he didn't. He kept going and got in the car with his friends.
That's the YNs.
Yeah, that was crazy.
If you guys don't know what a YN is, it's a young, new person. So I'd say that's the P is silent in this. But yeah, man, them kids is crazy.
They bad. So bad.
And they all dressed the same.
With the ski mask.
Yeah, they all dressed the same.
Pants past your ass.
Skinny jeans
white
on.
Tee.
Black tee, white tee.
Exactly.
Black hoodie or Bape hoodie on with the ski mask.
Crazy.
Sagging.
Yeah, that need to stop ASAP. It won't, though.
I feel like it won't stop unless this generation of kids grow up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like our generation, some of the parents that I know, they man.
Well, our generation raising the new kids now.
Yeah, like we gotta teach them how our parents taught us type stuff. Because these kids now, they just, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My son, he's pretty decent, man. I got him in basketball. He goes to a nice school.
Okay. How old is your son?
He's 11.
Oh, okay.
So he's pretty good. I got him. I ain't gonna lie, like he's made honor roll every single year.
That's awesome.
Since he's in 6th grade now. Since he's been in 1st grade, I get him to school all the time. He never miss a day, so he got perfect attendance. Um, and he play piano, so I got him focused on what he need to be focused on. So when he get older,
busy with positive things.
yeah,
Yep.
take him on a radio station. Let him kind of do what I do some days for the kids. We were at the Apollo Showcase. He was there with them, doing stuff with them as well.
Nice.
Interviewing the kids. He's happy to see JP though.
Aw. Them kids love them some JP.
He was like, "Is that him?" I was like, "Who you looking for?" I was like, "Is that?" He said, "Dad, that's dude." I was like, "Who's dude, bro?" Like, JP. I was like, "Oh yeah, I know him." I'm like, "Come on, I'm gonna take care of it." He said, "For real?" Just clenching my hand. I'm like, "Bro, just chill, bro. You're gonna break my fingers, bro." Like, as soon as he got there, and then he wanted to act all normal. I'm like, all right. Took a picture with him.
Like he wasn't just having a meltdown 3 minutes earlier.
Like, this kid is crazy.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, that made the highlight for his day that day. Shout out to Armani. Shout out to all the people that were a part of that. MK Expanded. Shout out to my guy Tori Lowe for helping us out with the Apollo Showcase, man. It was much appreciated. Yeah, man. So that was pretty fun. Other than that, I don't really do too much. I feel like the kids nowadays need to have more trade programs.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I were to do something, I would institute that for being one of the programs that we have in the community.
That's something that I want to do. That's something that's, I want to have programs for kids to get into like creative things, music, acting, all of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I feel like I'm starting to connect with the right people who are getting the similar idea.
Okay.
And this is something me and my manager have talked about as well. Crazy. How this is like our vision in the long run.
Okay.
Because we both work with kids as our day job as well. So to bring my passion, to bring my passion of like, I guess working with children in the community and my passion of music and creativity. Yeah. Like that's just something I would love to do.
Do you know who I was just talking to her the other day and I just did a thing for them with Summerfest. It's drawn a blank. Fuel Your Fire Academy.
Sounds familiar.
I can't remember. Sorry, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering her name right now. But she, Kaylee Crossfire.
Oh, I've heard of her.
That's her.
Yeah. Okay.
So she started a program. If you do music, she's kind of like doing a music program with kids right now. Mm-hmm. And she works with Your Move MKE along with my guy Silky as well. Yeah. And what we do is we work with them as far as like getting artists on the radio that are younger. Mm-hmm. If they're aspiring, it's all positive music though, because Your Move MKE is built on building artist development, letting kids be creative in their own sense, and then on another level, it's allowing kids to have the freedom to write their own lyrics and become their own composers and their own like musicians in a sense. Some kids play the piano, some kids are on the guitar, some kids are on the violin, and it's. You don't really see that too often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you were to do something similar to that or incorporate more, trades, as well. Yeah. Like engineering.
I was going to say, I think engineering would be something that would interest a lot of kids.
Stuff like that. Radio production as well. Mm-hmm. As far as like podcasting, how to set up a podcast, how to run one. Like all that stuff would be interesting as far as getting kids involved in learning what they need to learn.
Yeah.
And they come to you because you'd be the head person.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to build myself up. I'm doing a good job doing that, but I'm trying to build myself up within the community as well in order to be able to do that. Because let's be honest, we need connections and you need money.
Right.
So
I would reach out to like a lot of the black owned companies. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're familiar with the Black Masons and stuff like that. But I would reach out to them.
The Masons?
The Black Masons.
Okay.
Like the one that's over there on North Avenue.
I know exactly what building
right by
you're talking
Checkers.
about.
Yep, in that area. They're good with helping people out. If you have a good message and something that they can grab onto and it's, a benefit for you guys both, they're going to tap in and help you guys out. A lot of the people like that I network with as well, You can go to a lot of businesses, and if you just present to them, like David Gruber is one of those people. If you have a good business plan and it's for the kids, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna hop on board with it. City of Milwaukee is always looking for programs to, or looking for people to contract with that have programs specifically designed for the kids. That's how Your Move MKE kind of got their thing going with them. And Silky with like his nonprofits and stuff that he has going on. We're actually trying to work on doing our thing with the kids too as well. So I partner with them, but I want to have my own branch to work with. And my focus, well, I'm going to lay it out there because we're doing it now, is to like use my real estate, expertise and my license and certificate and stuff like that to obtain more properties or housing so that when these kids are, coming from these homes and they're broken or they're being abused by the parents or the group homes that they're in already, they can come there and have a safe haven to be themselves. And then these are the programs that we have to offer. And then it's like, well, here's a place for you to stay at. We're giving you skills to learn what you need to learn as far as having a hobby, and then here's something for you to learn as far as taking a trade. So now you can go get a job doing this and that. You know? It's not just you sitting here, you're just wasting your time playing a video game in a room, and then when you're 18 years old, you get kicked out. Now you're on the street and you don't know nothing. That's kind of seeming to be like the norm of what's going on in Milwaukee, and other areas too as well. But so that's kind of the focus that we're trying to do. We're trying to transition into that, and I have a lot of people that are on board with trying to set that up. And if you wanted to, try to tap in with that network too as well.
For sure. Let's talk after.
Yeah, for sure. So but we got a lot of things going on. And then even like reflecting back to MKE Direct Social. So like I said, we are a company built on media. So, media is the only way you're gonna really get the word around town. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we promote ourselves as being like the top media company because we partner with a lot of the top people. And those people help us become bigger, because we expand our base to network. It's not saying that we're number one in the sense that, we're better than everybody else. We're saying that we're number one because we're the source that everybody comes to get their information. And that's the reason why we promote ourselves, is that because it's how we network, we fill in those gaps, we go from there. We make sure you're getting what you're asking for. We make sure you're connected with who you need to be connected to. And, that's how we do business. So, it works out that way, But yeah.
All right. Well, we can start wrapping up soon, but I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
And that is, what type of advice do you have for any of the creatives out there?
Okay. So my message to any of the creatives is to stay hardworking, never give up, and stay consistent. The longer you sit back and you think like, okay, I can't do this, if you act now, you will be where you want to be at in the next couple of years. I would never let anybody sit back and down you. I wouldn't let family be the reason why you're not able to do what you want to do. I won't let friends be the reason why you're not able to succeed. And I feel like, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen in your life, and you're just going to have to, in a sense, just try to work the situation out the best way, because your name, your brand is what's going to bring you where you need to be at. And if you let personal issues and stuff stop you from being who you are, that's going to mess you up in the long run. Yeah. So my advice is to stay consistent, stay working, don't let anything stop on you. Or let me just put it like this: stand on business. Yeah. All right. Yes. I've been doing so much talking, I can't even talk no more. Stand on business. For sure.
Yeah, that's the real message. Stand on business. All right, everybody. That was Cartier Chris with MKE Direct Social. And thank you for tuning in to today's episode of KB's Community. We'll catch you later.